This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Mason shot dead in St. Elizabeth. Police are probing the shooting death of a man in Park Mountain District near Santa Cruz on Sunday. Police named the deceased as 47-year-old Arbel Peart, a Mason and a resident of Park Mountain. Residents identified the deceased by his alias Tom. A police report said about 6 a.m., Peart was at his home when loud explosions were heard. Police said upon their arrival, Peart was found suffering from gunshot wounds. Superintendent Kenneth Chin, head of the St. Elizabeth Police, said lawmen have since increased the operational activities in the area. Anyone with information that can assist the police is being urged to contact the Santa Cruz Police at 876-966-2288, the Black River Police at 876-965-2026, 119 or Crime Stop at 311. Fire leaves Guys Hill family homeless. A family of 4 in Guys Hill, St. Catherine has been left homeless after their house was destroyed by a fire early this morning. A man is being sought by the police in connection with the incident. The mother and her 3 children in February received the house from charity organization Food for the Poor. The police report that the family was asleep when about 2:30 a.m. fire was seen coming from the board dwelling. The 3 children and their mother managed to escape through a back door. It is reported that prior to the fire, the man had allegedly threatened the woman that he was going to carry out the attack. The occupants lost everything in the blaze. Dump fares as the workers ponder life after Riverton. Salvaging interest of the Riverton City Dump have urged the government to ramp up training programs for low-skilled laborers who comb the garbage for recyclables amid fears of an economic fallout when the facility is shut down. Residents are also wary that their prospects of getting new jobs may be stymied by societal discrimination against the persons from that community. There is fresh anxiety after last Friday's announcement by Prime Minister Andrew Holness that the Riverton City and the other dumps island-wide will be decommissioned. He made the disclosure during a joint parliamentary sitting but did not give a timeline for the shutdown. The consensus of residents and the garbage truck drivers is that the closure will have a domino effect on the lives of many of the 3,000 people who reside on the fringes of the dump. Rosemary left the community she was living in to reside in Riverton 11 years ago, primarily because of a lack of economic opportunities. She recalled facing hunger many days, but her reality changed when she moved to Riverton. It is an oasis for many like her who do not have the basic educational requirements to qualify for a job. If them lock it down, a more crime a go there. When the man them go down go hustle, a them come support me. Nobody now left road come support my shop, she said in an interview. 25-year-old O'Dane Brown, a father of 4, has lived in the community all his life. He was 15 when he went to the dump for the first time, and since then, he has been retrieving scrap metal which he sells by the pound. "It make me live, it feed me out them," Brown said as he appealed to the government to reconsider its decision. The pickers are central players in the community's economic ecosystem, searching, collecting, repairing, and selling to individuals and companies. Jamaica produces about 1.5 million tons of waste annually, the majority of which is domestic. Riverton receives approximately 60% of all the waste produced in Jamaica, which amounts to 250 truckloads per day or 1,300 tons daily. Faith, a cook shop operator who has lived in Riverton for 44 years, said that many residents have been unable to secure jobs for decades simply because of their address. "Without the landfill, many pitney go sit down on the roadside, now go school. When a youth go hustle, me can sell a food and somebody can sell a juice. Crime there go on bad, and if the dump not there, it'll go get worse," she lamented. Faith suggested that in the lead up to the dump's closure, the government could offer skills training opportunities with a weekly stipend to members of the community. But she is worried that they may still face employment discrimination because of stigma surrounding their residential address, fearing that enough opportunities may not be available. Faith shared that plastic bottles are also one of the main items on which people rely for income, revealing that the economic benefit spreads far beyond the Riverton. People also scoured the dump for pallets, appliances, and the scrap metal. You have people come from Clarendon, we dress up proper and them go dump, go work for buy food and carry home for them children. What is the rich man rubbish at our treasure? Andrew Wellness need to think twice because a whole heap of people are going to be affected, she told the news. Another resident, Shanika Smith, pleaded with the administration to scrap plans to close the dump. Una say it cause health problems and other issues, but when the dump locked down, how my four pitney them survive? If you close the dump, you have to go provide jobs to more than 100 people. She appealed, adding that earnings financed a range of school expenses for children. When a garbage truck driver is paid a flat rate of $1,400 for each trip to the dump, whether refuse was collected in the plains of the corporate area or in the hills of Golden Springs, St. Andrew. My income will be affected if this dump is closed. This is what puts food on my table. And a lot of us have no educational background of substance, so this is our means of living, he said. CEO of the Jamaica Environmental Trust, Dr. Teresa Rodriguez Moody, said the dump was not properly designed in the first place. We have questions coming out of that statement. While it's good that we are hearing that the Riverton City dump will be closed, where will the garbage be going? Where is the alternative? I think we should have heard all of that at the same time, she said. Rodriguez Moody added that a well-designed and aligned landfill should eliminate some of the issues such as fire risk and accompanying respiratory nuisance Jamaica has faced with Riverton over the years. Meanwhile, St. Andrew Western Member of Parliament Anthony Hilton told the news that discussions had been taking place on the issue and that he was in support of the dump's closure. Holness said he would meet with Hilton for talks in September. Hilton said the coexistence of the people and the dump has been a challenge not just for residents of Riverton, but for the entire Lower St. Andrew and much of the corporate area. He noted that critical discussions have to be held prior to the closure of the site and indicated that the people of Riverton City would have to be given the assurance that their livelihood would not simply be discarded, but that specific plans would be put in place around housing and around other kinds of planned development so that the future of the people would be secured. In October 2016, businessman Littleton Tanny Shirley was appointed head of the 9-member enterprise team charged with leading the divestment of the Riverton City dump. They were tasked with contracting out Jamaica's waste disposal service and establishing a waste-to-energy system. Executive Director of the National Solid Waste Management Authority, Audley Gordon, said the authority supplied a good deal of the information that went into forming the conclusions at which the enterprise team arrived. Gordon, who is also a member of the enterprise team, added that the NSWMA wants to truly embrace its core role of a regulator of Jamaica's solid waste industry. A high percentage, 90% of what we do is operational. We are the ones taking up the garbage, transporting the garbage, and storing it. That was not the intention of the Act, Gordon said in a news interview. The Act wanted to have clear separation where the NSWMA as an authority would be overseeing, regulating, and sanctioning, and that regulatory role is what this process will culminate in. Businesswoman on edge as shops firebombed. It was a chilling experience for businesswoman Anika Tate, who was awakened by explosions outside her home Sunday morning. She watched in shock on a CCTV camera monitor as unidentified assailants firebombed her establishment. The incident occurred sometime after 4:30 on Upper Ivy Road in St. Andrew. I was watching my cameras because I was hearing the dogs barking. So me say, hold on, something not right. So when I look on the camera, I saw 4 men come out of the car, broke into the shop. Then you hear explosions. Them light the shop afire, she said in a news interview. Tate disclosed that while filing a report with the police by phone, a second bottle was thrown into the store, setting off another explosion. Tears is in my eyes, but I can't run. I was just holding the faith because once there is life, there is hope, Tate said, adding that although she was traumatized, she still remained optimistic. Tate said that she had no enemies and that no one had ever targeted her businesses in 4 years of operation. She said that the recording studio, one of the businesses she owns, along with her haberdashery, has benefited the neighborhood, offering help and hope to numerous young aspiring artists. Tate, who lives with 2 sons, aged 3 and 7, said they also witnessed the shop go up in flames. They just say, "Mommy, somebody burned down we shop. You gonna get we back a new shop?" she said, recalling their query. She is already lamenting outstanding back-to-school expenditure season, with the new academic year set to commence in September. The businesswoman estimates that approximately $3 million in merchandise was destroyed by the fire. "I need help because this is how I feed my family, and they burned down everything," she said. Several attempts to get a comment from the police and the fire department were unsuccessful. Persons interested in assisting Anika Tate rebuild her livelihood may contact her at 876-263-6862 or her niece at 876-792-8615. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.